And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that brutal OST, because we have returned with our lower bracket match. This is not yet a qualifying match. Our players here have a second chance, a second life, if you will. Kelazhur was knocked down earlier by Showtime, but he has a chance at redemption in this TvT. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have our orange Brazilian player. It is Kelazhur. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Terran representing Mystery Gaming. It is Bunny. Here we go. Bunny, of course, went down to Hero Marine earlier in the brackets, and yeah, is looking to redeem himself as well. Looking at another chance. We do have Kelazhur coming in with an SCV, looking to go for a bit of a proxy. Okay, interesting choice. We have one Rax back at home and one Rax across map. A pseudo 2 Rax opener here from Kelazhur. Not the most committed, but aggressive nonetheless. First Reaper is going to be getting across the map, and the second Reaper is going to be coming in as a bit of a surprise in the face of Bunny. We'll see if Kelazhur can get a kill. If he's able to kill one Reaper, things can escalate very quickly out of control. So the pressure is going to be on Bunny to realize what's going on, to react, to preserve his units, and to defend. For now, it's an economic opener. Single gas opener out of Bunny. It is going to be a Rax expand. Kelazhur, of course, more aggressive here. With a double gas opener, it's going to be not just double Rax, but we could go for the factory before the CC. So very aggressive here from our orange Terran player. It's a little bit weird to see, we don't really get to see many orange players. We pink and purple a lot. We see a lot of pink and purple. Yellow as well, but not so much orange. I appreciate it, but at the same time, orange and red is it's fine. It's fine. But here we go. The Reapers are arriving. There's that factory we were talking about. So again, a very delayed expansion here from Kelazhur. Second Reaper has arrived. We have that SCV as well. We're going straight for the Reaper of Bunny. Would you shoot first? Ooh, and this Reaper is gonna be hunted down. Can we escape? We can. Up, can we? Up! We cannot. It does get focused down. And just like that, the CC on the low ground is going to be delayed. Cyclone is in production. Reactors on the way, but we have nothing to defend. We can focus down even more SCVs, and we're snowballing out of control. Bunker on the way on the high ground. And this may just be too much. This may just be too much as the third Reaper has arrived. And Kelazhur is snowballing out of control. There's one Cyclone in production, but that bunker, if it finishes, that could just be it. As we camp the CC, we camp the mineral line. We're gonna surround. The bunker will not finish. The Cyclone, no! It goes down. GG gets called, and Kelazhur takes game number 1. We're gonna have a fast series. GG. Ay. GG, Papi. Oh my god, that Cyclone, so a lot just happened. A lot did just happen. One, that Cyclone was going to be the saving grace for Bunny, and for Bunny to shut down that bunker. That was huge. That was a big moment. He shut down the bunker, which means that there was no kind of safe haven for those Reapers. But we mentioned at the time, if Bunny were to lose his first Reaper, things would snowball very quickly out of control, and they did. Things escalated, and Kelazhur was able to take the win there. Was able to just take the win out from underneath Bunny. And just like that, Kelazhur, he's one game away from advancing onto a qualifying match. Uno más. Oh. We get into game number 2. And again, TvT, things can end very quickly here, especially in the early game. Ay. We'll see. We'll see if we can fight back. We'll see if we get an ace match. So loading into game number 2 and spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of site Delta, we have... Oh, as we are making sure that the server is correct. Okay, there we go. We have the Brazilian Terran, the orange Terran. It is Kelazhur. I believe,
Game paused.
So this game is on Central, but I'm actually not sure. Was the last game on Central? Yeah, okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. As in the top left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Red Terran representing Mystery Gaming. Looking to fight back. It is Bunny. Yes, they are alternating between West, Central, and West. Just clearing up, making sure that there's no misconceptions. And that's a little bit brutal, because that means that last game, Bunny had better ping. This game, he doesn't. This game, he is a little bit worse for wear. Oh boy, as we are on the Central server. So he can't quite rely on early game control as he otherwise would. It is going to be a double gas opener here out of Bunny. So Bunny's going to be the aggressor, going to be going for a faster factory. Meanwhile, Kelazhur going for a Rax expand. Single gas here is going to be going for a faster CC. Whether on the low ground or the high ground, still yet to be determined. But economic opener here from our orange Terran. Here we go. So it is. CC is on the way. Bunny is aware. And he's going to be as annoying as possible here. Trying to focus down that SCV. Getting very low, actually. And just being a nuisance. But Kelazhur, he's getting into his economic opener. My eyes are on Bunny, though, when it comes to how he does react, how he does respond. And whether or not he delays his CC even further. I so badly want Bunny to make it through. I do as well. I'm a big Bunny fan. I mention this all the time, but I've been a big Bunny fan ever since he was on CJ. I was a big CJ Entis fan back in the Pro League days. Would always cheer for them. Was that a hipster thing to do? I don't think so. Like, obviously, like the big teams in Pro League were KT and SKT. But I was a big fan of like CJ and Samsung, respectively. Jinair a little bit less so. Like I like Jinair, don't get me wrong, but bigger fans of CJ and Samsung. Until then, though, we do have our two Reapers going to be threatening a dive into the main base. They do take some hits, and it looks like, oh, can we break through? We trade 1 for 1. One Reaper barely does make it in, but the stutter stepping here from Kelazhur. Oh my god. One shot away. One of us. The SCVs, do we come in? He's going for it. No. He's going for the hit. Oh, and it looks like the Reaper will be shut down, and no SCVs fall. Good defense here from Kelazhur. At the same time, though, a Hellion does make it into the mineral line. But alas, doesn't get any SCV kills. Kills a Marine. Does roast him up, but no SCVs. Kelazhur will maintain control of the low ground across the map. Bunny getting or working towards a Cyclone drop even. Against Cyclones, they have likewise found their place in the early game of TvT. Cyclone heavy compositions are very much so a thing here in Terran versus Terran. And Bunny is going to be reactoring them out. Going straight for a third, actually. Very greedy here. A very fast third base from Bunny. This is his way to come back in this game. He is behind in the economy. He's down in the worker count. And this third will make up for that. And here comes that Cyclone drop. We've got 2 Cyclones here in the drop. In the medevac, we have additional Cyclones on the way. So we're going for the drop into the main. Kelazhur at the same time moves out. He's exposed. Nothing here at home to defend. SCVs will go down. Kelazhur does not turn back around, by the way. He's committed. Uh-oh. He just evacuates his natural base. He doesn't care. Not anymore. And he's boosting across the map. We do have Cyclones back at him to defend. 2 Cyclones. Is that going to be enough? It comes down to the control. And we'll most likely have to pull some of the boys. And there we go. The boys are being pulled. SCVs will go down. The control, the juggling. So far, we do save those Cyclones. We do get the lockout as well. There's the auto turret. And it looks like we will clean this up. Just barely. Trading 12 for 12, but the Cyclones, they're still in the main. They're still getting damage done. And it looks like Bunny may just have too much here. These Cyclones are still very healthy. The tank not in position. The SCVs are falling far too many. 18, 19 SCVs. And the medevac should escape. A bold move for Kelazhur to go across the map, but alas, Bunny was ready for it. Cyclones, they get into the main base. We're not done. We're not done killing SCVs. Finally, a Cyclone gets picked off. But Bunny, he doesn't just have a higher worker count. Remember, he has the third base as well. He has a third CC ready to be landed on location. Kelazhur down a base, down in workers, down in army. Not even in army supply, but he's looking for the medevac. No! Oh wait, no, that's... For some reason that looked orange in my mind. Am I crazy? Does that look orange? I was like, Kelazhur is moving out. No, we're good, we're good. Bunny's gonna go back to repair. Cyclone's fanning out to catch any kind of move out. And Kelazhur is stuck at home. He's stuck at home to defend. We do have a solid tank line, but outside of that, there's no pushing power here. As I say that, we're going. We have to. What else can we do? Have we seen the third base? We have. Kelazhur, he knows how far behind he is. He's throwing down his third CC now. In the main. Tanks are leapfrogging forward. Oh! Good damage on that Raven. So another Cyclone gets picked off, and here we go. Kelazhur pushing right through the center here. Has plenty of potential with these auto turrets, with these Ravens. It's all or nothing here for Kelazhur. He's expanding behind it, but he's being slowed down. Cyclone does get picked off. Tank's getting within range. And we're going to be able to pick off the bunker at least. Good position here for Kelazhur. Meanwhile, the third base is getting up and running. The Ravens are getting ready to come in from behind. Again, we still have plenty of disables for both players. Kelazhur within range of the CC. Another tank pushing forward. And at some point, Bunny, he's going to have to pull the trigger. Ravens, they have been spotted. If we rotate around, the boys are being pulled. And here we go. We go for the breakouts. We disable every single tank, and there's almost nothing left here to defend. Auto targets are thrown down. And the tank count is going to be reset. Bunny, he breaks free. He breaks free from the container. He shuts down the army. He only loses 3 SCVs. That's crazy. Pulled the boys. Only 3 workers went down. And from here, Bunny, he can counterattack. He can do whatever he wants at this point. He's ahead economically. He has the larger army at this point. Looking at the units tab, he... actually, Kelazhur was able to maintain some of his Ravens at least. Some of the Ravens did escape. But here we go. We have the drop into the main. There is a decent tank line here covering the natural, but the main base is looking exposed. Tars are finishing up. Army's pushing out. We can go straight for the production. And we will. We go straight for the mineral line even. Tank is going to be sieging up, boys. They're being pulled here into the Marines. Not like this. Not interested in Marines. And that's 20 dead SCVs in an instant. At the same time, Bunny pushing towards the natural. Pulling Kelazhur apart. A bit of a preemptive disable on the tank. A little bit unnecessary. But Kelazhur, he just cannot keep up. We may even kill the CC. No! The base! It's gonna go down. There's a disable on another tank. And Kelazhur's just bleeding out far too much here. Even forcing some friendly fire. The tank goes down. And GG is gonna get called. The Bunny takes game number 2, tying it up 1-1. We're going to the ace match. All the way. GG. We are going to game number 3. This could still go either way. Could still go either direction. Again, things got very chaotic in that last game when Bunny went for the drop into the natural and Kelazhur committed across the map, and from that moment, Bunny took a massive economic lead. On top of that, he had the faster third CC, and yeah, he was looking comfortable. Kelazhur less so. Jin were all cheesy players. SOS Maru Rogue. Yeah, in a way, true. The highlight players on Jin for me were I love Terminator. Terminator was the MVP. He was the team captain. You know, he was the glue that held everyone together. As well. We're gonna be remaking the lobby. I was having a really hard time stopping myself from reminiscing about the old days. I saw the comment. I don't remember Samsung having a very memorable lineup. They had Solar as the ace. Solar, of course, was the ace player. If I'm not mistaken, they had Journey. Was Journey on Samsung? They had Bravo for a time before I think Bravo eventually went to SKT. Or was it KT? He went to one of the KTs afterwards. But they had Bravo for a time. Who else am I thinking of? Yonghua? Am I thinking of Yonghua? In my brain, Journey and Yonghua are interchangeable. They're interchangeable. And, God, who else am I thinking? Stork, of course! How could I forget? I was like, I'm thinking of another star player. Like, it wasn't just Sola. There was another star player. Stork, of course, Papi, of course. Ay. So we're going to be getting into our next game. How could I forget, Papi? The one, the only. Oh, and Armani. Oh, Armani. Oh my God. I feel so like I was a massive Armani fan. Massive fan of Armani. How could I forget that he was also on Samsung? Of course. But here we go. We're getting into our next game, into the ace match here, and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Solaris, we have the Brazilian Terran player, the Orange Terran, tying up this, or being forced into the ace match. It is Kelazhur. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Red Terran, representing Mystery Gaming. It is Bunny. I actually feel bad about forgetting about Armani. Like, we still cast him, like, in current StarCraft. Ay. But here we go. The good old days. Time's gone by. Time's gone by. But here we go. We're now getting into the ace match here. And yeah, I'm really curious to see how this does progress. My eyes are really on Kelazhur. Once again, double gas opener. Okay, so what's interesting, both players this time. Double gas openers all around. So far this series, the player that has gone for a Rax expand has lost. Bunny went for a Rax expand in game 1, did lose. Kelazhur went for a Rax expand in game 2, also did end up faltering. So both players are opting to go for something a little bit more aggressive here, more assertive. We do have an interesting opener here. A reactor first out of Kelazhur is going to be spotted by the SCV. Meanwhile, Bunny going for a Reaper first instead. Now, upon seeing this reactor, Bunny should be conservative with this Reaper. The reason why is because we're going to have a higher Reaper count from Kelazhur, and he will be able to overwhelm the singular Reaper of Bunny, so he has to be careful with his movement here. Does have to take care. Factories are on the way behind this. Bunny is going to be pushing. Oh, my apologies. We are not committing into gas production here. We're going double Marine, not double Reaper. My mistake. Okay. We have the CC on the high ground. Meanwhile, Bunny looking to go for the CC on the low ground instead. So a bit of a more greedy opener here from Bunny. Dips in with that Reaper, dips the hell out. Just being very careful with it. As we are pulling back into gas, getting to our Cyclone production. And we're kind of bouncing off each other in a way. Interesting. Okay, so Kelazhur, he's going for his Cyclone for map control. Bunny delayed his for a faster starport instead. Reapers they div in. Oh! Ooh. Kill on that building SCV. Not a bad pickoff. Very nice. Bunny does escape. And again, he delays the CC. He's got his own on location, so he'll have a slightly better economy already. As we go for an add-on swap. Interesting. You have my attention. I'm ready for you. As Bunny is going to be able to get his base up and running. Both players getting into their medevacs. Looking to go into Cyclone drops, I imagine. We saw both players go for Cyclone drops in the last game. It looks like we're headed in the same direction. Here we go. I'm on it, yeah. Catching up. As here comes the drop play here. Bunny going for the Cyclone drop. Kelazhur actually keeping his Cyclones back at home. Interesting variation as the Marines have been spotted. The drop has been seen. And Bunny, he does pull back. Immediately, he does pull back here to deal with the drop play of Kelazhur. Very mature decision. Instead of committing to his push. Is going to be turning back around. Here we go. Kelazhur pivoting back here. Trying to find a way, and he's denied by Bunny. So far, good movement out of our Red Terran. Both players working towards Interference Matrix, working towards their Ravens. Bunny once again going for a very fast third CC, just like game number 2. Meanwhile, the drops they have, well, they're going to be engaging. Cyclones coming in from the right-hand side. It looks like Kelazhur, he does catch out the Cyclones of his opponents. We do end up trading Cyclones for Cyclones. But the Marines are going to keep on pushing. And do we have much else here for Bunny? The Marines, they're getting out of hand. They're getting out of control. Pushing into the mineral line. Ay. Bunny is still waiting for reinforcements. And a lot of SCVs are going down. Even the Cyclone. The Raven. Oh my god. The Raven's under fire. We just go for SCVs. We go for secure damage. Even another auto turret as well. And that's going to be 11 SCVs. Oh, can we get another? Barely cannot. Kelazhur coming back in. He gets the Raven. Picks off a Raven. Is... oh, not going to lose his own, though. Barely does keep it alive. As eventually he will be cleaned up. He is going to be forced back. Oh, up. Oh, my God. Get out of here. Kelazhur is crazy. He's just rallying everything across the map. Getting into his own third CC is later than that of Bunny's. Bunny's is already in orbital, but that was very necessary damage. Again, Bunny would have taken a massive economic lead if it wasn't for the worker losses that we just saw. Kelazhur evening things up, even getting ahead. As he will be having a much slower third. And Kelazhur will be backing off. He does retreat. He's up 5 workers. Bunny going for his own drop towards the main. We are easing into our bio play. Both players. eBay's on the way. Marines. Stim. Kelazhur taking a moment to breathe. Looking at the units lost tab here. Yeah, we did end up losing one of those Ravens. Down to 2. The Cyclones do see the move out. And that is a green light for the drop of Bunny. Going straight into the main base. Kelazhur, he's committed. There's no turning back around. SCVs are falling. And Kelazhur, we gotta go. It's going to be 6, 7, 8 SCVs. Oh my god. This is becoming a bit much. 10 worker kills. But Kelazhur does have those disables. He can break in. The Unsiege just in time. Clutch move there from Bunny. He does save the tank. But he has to pull the boys. And is it going to be enough? Does disable the 2 tanks of Kelazhur. Where are the auto turrets? We don't have any. And it looks like Bunny, he's going to be able to shut this down, but he loses 21 SCVs. Oh my god. These Marines, they went ham. Crippling the economy here of Bunny. 21 worker kills. Behind this, Kelazhur getting his own base on location. Getting his own CC up and running. Vikings have arrived. A bit of an overextension here from Kelazhur. Trading 1 for 1 and taking a lot of damage by that Cyclone as well. And Kelazhur, he has a nice lead, but he has to be careful not to lose it. Yes, he's going to retreat. He's going to back off, repair. Hellion has arrived. Does get eyes on the third base, and now the pressure is on Bunny. Still just rebuilding his tank count, rebuilding his bio count. What does Bunny have going his way? He's slightly behind in the upgrades. Did have that faster third CC, but alas, hasn't really been... I mean, it's keeping him in this, maybe I should say. But isn't giving him the edge that he would have wanted. And once again, Kelazhur, he preserved every single one of those Ravens. Keeps them alive. Has them ready for that next fight. Now, in TvT, there is potential for comebacks when it comes to drop play. And here we go. We have a double drop here towards the south. It's all about the positional play. You could be down 20, 30, 40 army supply, but still win a fight based on your tank positioning. The downside here is that even though that rings true, because of the Raven advantage of Kelazhur, even if he gets caught out of position, the Ravens will save him. They will help him. So that's something more that Bunny has to overcome. It's not going to be easy. You have Kelazhur going for his own drop play, a triple drop on the right-hand side. Bunny is looking to establish his third. He's going to be spreading himself a little bit thin. Scan does reveal the tanks. Kelazhur's working on a fourth base. And instead of sieging up his tanks, he's going to be moving out. This is going to get a little bit weird. We have Bunny moving out with 4 medevacs full of units. We could end up in a base trade if Kelazhur doesn't turn back around. He doesn't have much of him to defend. Marines, they have arrived at Kelazhur. He has to make a choice. Do we push? Do we push? The Marines, they dive into the natural base. The CC is going to go down, and we are pushing. We have some reinforcements, but alas, these Marines are going to get out of control. We also have the double drop going into the main. But this is a supply that is not at home to defend. Big disables on these tanks. Big anti-armor missile as well. And Kelazhur, he takes control of the low ground. He shuts down the third. He kills 3 tanks. Big anti-armor missile here on the army. Meanwhile, double drop into the main. 26 SCVs have gone down. We do have reinforcements. It looks like Kelazhur is going to be able to hold eventually. On the front line, still not pushing. 40 SCVs have fallen. Kelazhur down to 26 workers, down to 1 base saturation. And the drop does survive. And we can see here Kelazhur trying to push up this ramp. But the counter disables. He does have the higher marine count, but we have the high ground. We have 4 tanks on the high ground. Bunny will not be broken. He holds. He may have lost his third base, but he's holding on to. And the final tank is going to go down. Kelazhur being forced back. He still has the higher army supply. We're lifting the main. Triple jump into the main base. We get eyes on the CC. 1 medevac is going to go down. The tank does siege, forcing back the army further into the main base. Getting some SCV kills. But this is going to get cleaned up. There's just too many reinforcements. Meanwhile, Kelazhur going for the third base. Tanks are out of position. They're unsieged. Do get into the mineral line. We can go straight for the base itself. And it will go down. And this is getting a little bit rowdy. Bunny, he's knocked down to 1 mining base. Meanwhile, Kelazhur, he's got 3. One of them's on fire, but we're still mining. From here, Kelazhur has to back off. He doesn't have to push in. Okay, calm down. Calm down, Pop. Marines, they try to come in from behind. Bunny, it's his turn to go all in. The tanks are sieged. No, Bunny! He gets caught out. 1 Raven, 1 tank goes down, and we clean up the tank count here of Bunny. Ooh, and it looks like that's going to be it. GG gets called in the midst of all the chaos. Kelazhur, he will take the series 2-1, advancing on to a qualifying match. GG. Oh my god. GG, well played. A very chaotic ace match. Both players were hurting. We had drops, we had pushes all across the map. Bunny did well with his drop play, don't get me wrong, he killed a lot of SCVs, but he could not defend back at home. He lost control of his third base, he lost control of his main as well. He was forced all in, he was caught out, and GG. GG, well played. My condolences to Bunny and Bunny fans. He still has another chance. He can still participate in the Americas qualifiers. But he will be knocked out of the European qualifiers here in the closed qualifier. GG. And with that, we need to hop servers. We need to catch up on what's been going on. Kelazhur makes it through, and Kelazhur, he's waiting for the winner of a laser and Skillus. And let's see if we can catch them.